quick unofficial little announcement before we get into the content for today. I was editing the video and I think the video file was a little corrupted or something. Anyway, that's why it's kind of chopped up a little oddly. It is usually a lot smoother than that, but that was the best I could do with this file without having to re-record everything. So hopefully that's okay, and I hope you guys enjoy the video today. Hello and welcome to September 1st of our magical make-along. Today is the day that Hogwarts students get on the train to go back to school, so I thought it'd be fun to post a little progress video today. Welcome if you are new to the channel or to the make-along. This is a magical make-along that is being hosted by me, Claire. And if you want more information about the make-along, eligible projects, prizes, just kind of format of the make-along, all that kind of stuff, expectations, more about the theme, all of that information is going to be linked in the description below with the other videos that go along with this make-along so far. I have my intro to the make-along video and then the welcome to the make-along video. So check those out if you haven't already and you're interested in joining us but want some more information. Today is more of an updates kind of video. So welcome. I hope that you guys are all having fun so far. Today I'm going to be sharing updates on my magical projects and magical crafting. Update on how the points are standing right now for everybody's houses. At the end, I'm going to share pictures of finished objects that people have submitted so far because I think that's fun. And if you're not on Ravelry, then you may not have seen those projects. So this is a good way to share them with you guys. And then just some general magical crafting chat, I think, as well. So we'll just go ahead and get into it. As a little bit of an admin-y type thing, I guess, or housekeeping, I don't know if I actually mentioned this in the information videos or in the welcome video. It is perfectly fine to participate if you're not on Ravelry, because I know not everybody uses Ravelry. I didn't use Ravelry for years. And it might not be user-friendly for everybody, so you can still participate. You can email me your finished object, or you can use the hashtag on Instagram. It is hashtag #amagicalmal, M-A-L, on Instagram, and so you can participate that way. My email is clairethemindfulknitter@gmail. And our Instagram, hashtag, my email, the Ravelry group information, all of that kind of stuff is in the description below the video. So feel free to check that out if you want to join us and you haven't already. Or if you have joined us and you're not using the Instagram tag. It's so much fun to use the Instagram tag. When I log into Instagram every day and I see that somebody's posted something with the hashtag, I get so excited and I go and I check it out. And every time I look, there's more magical yarn stuff, which makes me really happy. So check that out. And I hope that you'll join us if you haven't already. So let's see. Points update so far. So we have kind of Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff are pretty like close towards the front of the pack at the moment. One Hufflepuff in particular, and you know who you are. She's been crafting madly this summer, but might get busier as the fall continues, so that happens for a lot of us. But Hufflepuff is right now leading us with 12 points. Ravenclaw is coming in hot behind at 9 points, and Gryffindor is following with 3 points. Slytherin and the Study Abroad house have not submitted any finished objects yet, but that does not mean that you guys aren't crafting away. It just means you haven't uploaded anything yet, which is totally fine. This is not necessarily a race. It's just kind of fun to have the points system, I think. Because if you remember from the information videos, the house with the most points is eligible for winning the house cup. So everybody can win a prize. Everyone is eligible to win a prize if you submit a finished object. But if your house is eligible for the house cup, then and you're in, say, you know, if Hufflepuff is eligible for the house cup and you're in Hufflepuff, that means that you have a chance to win the house cup prize. So that doesn't necessarily mean you had to have uploaded the most projects in Hufflepuff. That just means that since you're in Hufflepuff and that house had the most points, then you have a chance to win the house cup prize. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does. If you have questions about that, you can let me know. But yeah, there are a multitude of prizes and more keep getting added to the prize pool. So lots of opportunities for winning some fun crafty stuff for this make along. So that's how the prizes or the points are standing at the moment. And again, you can upload them on Ravelry, on Instagram. You can email me your finished objects. Just tell me what house you're in and what yarn you used, because that dictates how many points you get. So as a refresher, this is in the other information videos, but lace weight is 4 points, fingering or sport weight is 3 points, DK is 2 points, and I'd say like a light worsted DK is 2 points. And then everything else, so anything heavier than like a heavy worsted is 1 point per skein. So that is points per skein. So if you did like a 2 skein lace weight shawl, then you would get 8 points for that. If you did a 1 skein hat using DK or worsted, then you'd get 2 points for that. So that was kind of the yeah, my system for trying to make it kind of fair for time invested, because it's not a perfect system because this is just for fun. So I'm not going to make this too complicated. But that's kind of how the points work. So that's where we stand with points. So that's very fun. I have not submitted finished objects yet. So if you have not, no worries, because I'm hosting this make along and I have not uploaded any finished objects yet. So no worries. So for prizes, since we're kind of on that topic, let's look at some prizes. One prize, I am going to insert a picture of it. I'll insert a picture of it, I think, at the end of the video portion, right before I show the finished objects people have submitted. I think that'll be the obvious, or be the easiest thing to do. Or I might just insert it here. We'll see. If you see a picture popping up in the next few moments, that is because I inserted it here and not at the end. But basically, one of our lovely viewers and one of our Knit Night participants, our regulars, she has donated a pattern prize for us. It is for a crochet mermaid soap holder, soap pocket type thing. So it's like a mermaid's tail, and it's really, really cute. So I'm going to insert a picture of that for you guys so you can see it. I'll also link her Etsy shop down below in the description so that you can check it out there if you just want to go ahead and get it, or if you want to browse around her Etsy shop. It's so cute. So thank you so much for that. That was very kind of you. So we have that pattern prize added into our prize pool. And with prizes, I don't know if I had mentioned this in the information video, so I'll mention it now. If you're participating and you are not in the United States, you can still get prizes. It'll just be digital prizes, so like the pattern or something like that, because I have posted internationally for prizes before, and it was a lot more expensive than I anticipated it being. I did not expect it to be that expensive. So at this point, I think that I'm going to just do digital prizes for international shipping. That could change in the future, but I think that's what I need to do for right now. So you can still get a prize, so they're still fun, but I can't like ship you yarn at this moment. So we've got that prize, the mermaid tail pattern for soap holding. Another prize that we have is from Sam's Tiny Trinkets on Etsy. And look how cute the envelope is for this. I don't know if you can really see very well, but that's a mermaid wax stamp with these beautiful bead bubbles. It's so pretty. I was so charmed when I opened this up. And this is going to be going in my crafting journal because it's precious. But a progress keeper. I purchased one for me and one for you guys. So this is this super cute little mushroom project keeper that is going to be a prize for some beautiful crafter. That's exciting. And then I've shown you guys these, but I'll just remind you, we have this beautiful hand spun that was donated to the podcast for prizes. This is beautiful. So we have this hand spun. This was hand dyed by me. I need to reskein it. I still haven't done that. Please ignore that. But it's, I think these very pretty greens with these blues. This is just a blue and green variegated. It's 50 grams. I think it's pretty. I think they'd be very fun for socks or as an accent color to something. And we have this yellow wool of the Andes, because who doesn't like wool of the Andes? And this is the, what color are you? Creme brulee. You can probably see it on the screen. So that's fun. And then I think I'm going to keep the house cup prize a secret until we get closer to the end, because I think it's more fun that way. But none of these things are part of the house cup prize. That is something different, and it'll be exciting. So we've got a few skeins of yarn, a progress keeper, a mermaid tail pattern, and there will be more prizes added as we go as well. But I did want to update you guys on those things because, and actually one thing in here I'm going to show you guys in a minute. I wanted to update you on those things because I think it's fun to know what prizes you're playing for or crafting for. We're mostly crafting just for fun, but prizes are fun too. So there's that. So that's our prizes. I think that covers all of that information. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Nope, we're good. Yeah, so again, you could submit prizes on Ravelry, Instagram, or email. And also, you know, comment on the make-along videos to participate too. If you can't participate on Instagram, on Ravelry, you can email me your finished object and just chat or comment on the videos on YouTube. So lots of ways to participate. So my projects that I am working on right now are, I'll share my projects and then some like magical notion-y things because I think that's fun. So this is not a particularly magical project, but this is my fun mushroom project bag by Cavallini and Co, or Cavallini and Co. I think this is cute. And it's mushrooms, so mushrooms always make me think of magic. So I just wanted to share that. This is my my project bag from Ewe Sew Pretty, and I will have these makers and things in the description below the video. If you don't know how to get to the description below the video, there's like a little chevron arrow type thing. I think right next to the title of the video is where that's located. It's usually on the right hand side, and you just click on it and a down bar drops. Drop down bar, whatever that is called. And you can see the description that way. But this is from Ewe Sew Pretty on Etsy. It's U-E-W-E, like the sheep, and sew, like with needle and thread, S-E-W. Pretty. And this is the cutest butterfly, moth, mushroom project bag. I just think it's so cute. It's got the canvas boxed bottom. It's got lots of pockets. So cute. And I have in here my gnome that I am knitting. I just started this a couple days ago. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen that I cast this on and that I'm very excited about it. This is my Gnome de Plume by Imagined Landscapes. And I have my little hat so far, which I think is really cute. Yeah, I just think that's so cute. I have laddering going on. I've never purled this much on DPNs, and the laddering is significant, but I don't think I really care. It's a gnome. So these are not going to be on my feet. They're not going to get stretched out a whole lot. It's for a gnome hat, and I feel like the laddering can just be part of the decorative nature of the gnome's hat. I don't know. That's what I'm telling myself. I think that it works just fine. I'm not real stressed about it, but this is super cute. And it's sparkly yarn. Isn't that cute? This is the yarn I used to knit my mermaid socks this summer. This is the Lotus. I think this is a Lotus colorway from Sheepy Shire. It's their pixie sock with Chastelina in it. So yeah, that's exciting. And what I think I'm gonna do is I'm using all scraps for my gnome. I think I'm gonna use this guy for the body of the gnome. This is the rest of my Anniversario from my Malabrigo sock yarn. And then I think the beard, I might change my mind for these colors, but for right now, this is where I'm at. I think the beard is gonna be this. This is Flax Flower by Nanette Wig Studio. So that's what's going on with my gnome in my beautiful mushroom and moth project bag. And I think actually these might all be moths. I don't think there are any butterflies on here. Yeah, these are all moths, which I like moths. I don't dislike butterflies. I like real butterflies, but butterflies on like fabric or art or that kind of thing, like print butterflies, are not my favorite. I don't know why, but I love moths. So my next project to show you guys is in my Harry Potter project bag by Anomalous Mind, also on Etsy. And I have my Professor Trelawney's Tea of the Month Club pin on here, which you probably will have seen in the intro to this video. So cute. And I have made some progress on this sweater. I have been enjoying it a lot more since I have finished 2 giant shawls. Yeah, I don't have any big projects right now except for this one. So, and now that fall is coming, September 1st is like my first day of fall. So I'm feeling a lot more into this project than I was. But here is how much progress I have. The progress keeper is where I last showed it to you guys in the last podcast episode. But the tweed I think is knitting up very nicely. And I love this fabric. I think that that's one of the reasons I'm enjoying it so much too, is this fabric is just very satisfying. And I think once it's washed and blocked and everything, I think that the fabric is going to be very like soft and squishy, and I think this is just going to be a very cozy sweater. This is my Mrs. Weasley sweater. This is from, I don't have it with me. It's the official Harry Potter knitting pattern book. It's Knitting Magic. Yeah, the Knitting Magic Harry Potter pattern book. And this is the Mrs. Weasley's Christmas sweater pattern in there. And the yarns that I'm using for this are Eco Tweed. It's Ella Ray Eco Tweed in the Lapis Lazuli colorway. And then I'm also using another Ella Ray. This is 100% superwash merino in the, is it Riverwood colorway? Riverwood Heather colorway. And I'm just using this one held double with the tweed for like the edges, the cuffs, the ribbing, that kind of thing. Basically the ribbing, because I think that the collar is ribbed as well. So anywhere there's ribbing, I'm holding this double with the tweed, and I am holding this Eco Tweed double as well to get my nice squishy thick sweater. I think this is going to be great. It's going to be just slightly, it's not going to be oversized. It's just going to have a lot of negative ease. I don't think it's going to be oversized. I think it's just going to have a lot of negative ease, or sorry, positive ease, which is kind of what I wanted. I wanted something very like big and cozy and slouchy. And whenever I get to my letter, I will be using this with it. This is also the Rue Eco Tweed. You can see it's got the little rainbow bits in it. And this is Tumblewood, which I just think is the cutest tweed yarn. I think that's so cute. So I'm excited about that. So my Weasley sweater is coming along nicely. I'm feeling much more into that project right now. And I'm about to start reading, again, Goblet of Fire. And if you are watching this video and you haven't watched the other videos yet, this is not a Harry Potter make-along. This is a generic magical make-along. So the projects, the colorways, any part of your participation doesn't have to be Harry Potter. I just really like Harry Potter, so I mention it a lot, but it doesn't have to be Harry Potter. And for earning points for your house, we do have a study abroad house. So you don't have to be in a Hogwarts house. You can be in the study abroad group. So they're still eligible for the house cup. All right. And then last project to mention, this will probably be my next cast on when I'm done with my husband's socks. But this is some new yarn I just got. I ordered it during knit night the other week, because that group of ladies is enabling. But this is the Fairytale colorway, which goes right along with our magical make-along. And look how gorgeous this is. This is Wool Envy Yarns on Etsy. This is self-striping. And I adore these colors. I can't really think of a more perfect self-striping sock. These are perfect. So we'll see if I just knit these up just vanilla, or if I do a little bit of texture pattern with them, because I found a very pretty lace pattern. It's a very simple kind of eyelet lace pattern for self-striping yarn for socks, and that might be what these guys become, but we'll see what I'm feeling after I finish Alex's socks. So I'm excited about these. These will be my Fairytale socks, which I think is perfect. I will probably cast those on next. We'll see where the wind takes me. I'm very much just kind of, my crafting urges are changing like day by day lately for whatever reason. So those are my projects. And then I'll also share with you guys this other project keeper that I got from Sam's Tiny Trinkets. And you probably will have seen in the introduction to this video, or the intro to this video, my project keeper, my progress keeper that I have on my Weasley sweater. It's like a mortar and pestle, and it looks like lavender and rosemary in it, which I think is super cute. And this is another progress keeper I got from Sam's Tiny Trinkets. This is Moon Water. And it's really, really cute. I don't know if you can see super well that there is a tiny blue moon in the moon water. So cute. I don't think it's showing up super well. I might try to get a better picture of it or footage of it to show it to you guys, because I love this so much. It's so cute. Okay, I'll stop freaking out about it. But I do really love that progress keeper. Other things to share with you guys. Just to update you on upcoming knit nights on Zoom. Our upcoming knit nights are going to be September 12th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we have another one on October 3rd and then October 26th. all at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and it's on Zoom. So if you are wanting to join us for any of those knit nights, they are a little bit more magical than usual. They are not strictly for the magical make-along. They're just for our community. But they're a little bit more magical than usual because we have the make-along going on right now. Yeah, if you want to join in, then you can let me know and I'll send you the Zoom link for that. And then I think the next thing would just be kind of talking about general magical atmosphere while we have the make-along going on. So since September 1st is when Hogwarts students go back to school, I am of course wearing my Hogwarts sweater because I'm a Hogwarts alum. So I wanted to share with you guys a few magical books that make me feel very happy and just make the magic come alive for me. And while I was sharing these books with you guys, because I think of going back to school and I think of books, I also think of subjects. And I'm curious, if you were to study a magical subject at Hogwarts or just anywhere else or on your own, like independent study, what magical subject would you want to study? It's very hard for me to answer this question. My automatic answer is herbology. I just think magical plants would be awesome. And I think, yeah, the herbology class at Hogwarts would just be so much fun to take. But as I think about it, I think I would also really like to take divination. Professor Trelawney has her quirks, but I think it'd be fun to take divination and also potentially useful because the way that divination is kind of portrayed in the books and the movies is it's kind of like fortune telling or like telling the future kind of stuff. But from my understanding, divination could just be, you know, any kind of unknown knowledge. So just basically discovering things that are unknown, or like seeing the unseen. And I feel like that could be useful for a variety of situations, not necessarily just seeing the future. Like if you were a healer at St. Mungo's, so it's like a magical doctor basically. I feel like it'd be really useful to, I don't know, be able to tell, like I can't tell obviously what's going on with this person, so maybe I could use like magic to see the unseen and to figure it out that way, so that I can better help them. I don't know, that's just something that occurs to me. I'm not an expert in these matters, but I think divination would be cool. And then care of magical creatures, that would obviously be great because I love animals. So magical animals would be awesome. That one would probably be less useful for me. Herbology and divination would probably be the most useful. But if you're at Hogwarts, I feel like something like charms would be, I guess transfiguration or charms would be like, I would just have to take those because there's no like Muggle world, real world equivalent to charms. Like I can't wave my wand at something and make it float or summon something to me in like from across the room, or you know, I can't do that kind of stuff. Herbology, you can just study herbal medicine and things. And I guess that's like the real world equivalent. And kind of, you know, divination, there's stuff for that too, I suppose. And then care of magical creatures, like you can just have pets and volunteer at the animal shelter. And if you want to like study zoology, you can. Anyway, there were like real world equivalents for a lot of these, but charms, there's not really a real world equivalent to that. So I think I'd probably have to take that one. That's my very long answer to that question. What would you most like to, what subject would you most like to study if you were going to Hogwarts, or if you were just wanting to study something magical? What would you most like to study? And then some magical books on the theme of going back to Hogwarts today. These are two books that I got while I attended Hogwarts. So the first is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I have read this one quite a bit. It's by Newt Scamander. So this is a good book. And then Quidditch Through the Ages, which I borrowed from the Hogwarts library and forgot to return. Don't Tell Snape. This is by Kenilworthy Wisp. And that's a good book too. These are both very interesting. Yes, I like these. This says Property of Harry Potter. Maybe I borrowed Harry's copy and I forgot to give it back to him. Whoops. Maybe I should send him an owl and let him know that I have his copy, that I should return that to him. So another book that is magical. Speaking of herbology, this is a book that I got several years ago that I really like to reference. I actually have another Herbal Medicine for Beginners book somewhere around here, but I use it a lot more often and I couldn't find it. But I really like that book a lot. So I need to find it. But this is just whenever I'm doing herbal medicine stuff, and I don't do herbal medicine professionally. This is very much I dabble in it for my own health and well-being. So, you know, if I feel a cold coming on or if it's a change in the season or that kind of thing, like I will, you know, utilize the earth's healing properties to, you know, better care for my and my family's health. So yeah, Herbal Medicine for Beginners, just any herbal medicine book or any kind of herbal medicine tip in general always makes me feel a little magical and a little bit like I'm brewing potions. Because I don't know, like I'm adding like herbs and things to often tea or, you know, a pot on the stove, and I'm stirring it and it's steeping, and it's almost like I'm imbuing it with magical intention because I'm thinking about, you know, how it could be healing and how I'm going to feel so much better. And it just makes me feel kind of magical and like I'm brewing a potion. So I thought that was noteworthy and I wanted to share that. And then this last acquisition, I just got this a couple of weeks ago and I shared it on Instagram. But I got this at Barnes & Noble a few weeks ago when I was knitting with my friend at Barnes & Noble. And this is my new planner for next year, but I'm using it now because it's a July 2022 to December 2023 planner. And I just think this is so cool. It's the Herbal Magic planner. How fun is this? It's so much fun, and it's making my life a lot more organized. I'd forgotten that before the pandemic started, I used to use a paper planner all of the time. And then when I started working from home, I just didn't. I just put things in my phone to remember them. And anyway, I had forgotten the last couple of years that having an actual physical planner is very helpful to me. So I've been having so much fun with this. And it's so incredibly cute. Well, not just cute, it's so pretty. Each week has a different herb and some like herb lore to go with it, which is super fun. And then at the beginning, like it has some like common like magical herbs and their properties. And at the beginning of each month, it has kind of like a I guess like a magical kind of craft, I guess. Like this is making like a jar. Like it's a wishes and dreams jar. So I just think this is super fun and precious, and it makes me feel much more like a Hogwarts student because I'm planning my day-to-day life in a magical herbal, basically. And yeah, it's so much fun. I can't believe I haven't had one of these my whole life. I've just been using regular planners. So those are kind of my magic-y, but also just chat for a moment about just the general magical sort of atmosphere for the make-along. I'm curious what you guys are doing to craft magically right now. Some things that I'm doing are listening to audiobooks that are kind of magical, so Harry Potter books always. I've also been reading and listening to the Alice Hoffman series of books, Practical Magic, Magic Lessons, and The Rules of Magic. Those are kind of sad books. And there's some, I'll get some trigger warnings for those because there's some intense content in some of it, and some of it has like adult content. Nothing super, super explicit, but yeah, just content warning. And then just other, I keep like accidentally reading magical books like Circe. I didn't realize that was going to be magical, but it does make sense because I think she was a Greek goddess who did magic, so that makes sense. I just wasn't thinking about it when I was reading it. And then I was reading, I'll talk about this more on the podcast because I don't have it in front of me and I can't remember the author's name. I can put it in the description below though, if you're curious. I've been reading one of those cozy mysteries series. I've never read them before, and it's such a cute genre. But the one that I'm reading, the main character is kind of psychic, so that's fun. She and her family have a Hungarian tea shop, and there's a mystery that they're trying to solve, and her psychic abilities come in handy for that here and there. So it's a super cute book. So that's one of the things I've been doing, is listening to and reading different magical stories. Also, I've been watching some magical things, mostly Harry Potter and the Fantastic Beasts series. So I've been watching those while I've been knitting and spinning. Other things to kind of create like a magical atmosphere, lighting candles or diffusing essential oils. For me, that always makes me feel a little more magical. I wrote down a couple of other ideas. Tea. I don't know if having like a cup of tea, particularly in like a more vintage or antique or classic kind of style teacup and saucer, if that would make you feel a little magical, but it does for me. Knitting in nature. So taking my knitting outside definitely creates a little bit more magic for me, and a little more mindfulness too. And then magic or music could also bring a little magic in. I know some people have like themed playlists, so maybe a magic themed playlist would be fun, or just any kind of music that makes you feel magical, and listening to that while you're crafting. So those were some ideas that I had as far as creating the magical atmosphere during the make-along, and for as long as you want to. I'm curious if you have any ideas as well. I'd be super interested to hear them. As we enter September and eventually October, more fall things, and then eventually Halloween things are going to start coming up, and I think that'll be really fun. So maybe we can chat about that and share ideas on that too, and what everybody's doing. So I think that's it for this Magical Mal video. I'll wrap it up so that you can go along with the rest of your day or your evening. But I'm so glad that you joined me, and I hope that you're having fun with the make-along. I am having a lot of fun, and I'm really enjoying seeing everybody's projects and what they're chatting about. I'd asked in the Ravelry group about like magical books that people are reading, and a couple people have shared some different book ideas. So yeah, if you've got questions or you need anything during the make-along, please feel free to reach out and let me know. But I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully I'll see you at knit night, The next video, I will probably do another one in October, like at the end of September or the beginning of October, I think. I'll definitely do one at the end of the make-along. The make-along ends on October 31st, which is Halloween. So I'll definitely do one either probably like right after Halloween, so that I can tally up points and, you know, do all that kind of stuff. But I will probably do another one in the next few weeks, just so that we don't have 2 months without a check-in and a chat. So yeah, I hope to see you guys on Ravelry, on Instagram, in the comments. And yeah, I can't wait to see what you're crafting and to just continue hanging out with you guys with our magical make-along. I will see you next one. Bye.